Hi guys, thanks for being with me today. It's a vlog. Yeah, it's a vlog for Vlogmas. So I've got loads to share with you today. So I thought I'd bring you with me. I've got the day off work. Well, I've got my physiotherapist. Yeah, if you've seen me vlog, me video about when me physiotherapist really told me off, proper roasted me. I'm going back to see him today, so I'll let you know if there's anything that comes out of that. So I'm going to see him this morning, but before I go see him, I'm going swimming. So it would have been aquarobics today, but the pool, there's a problem with the pool. So where I go, we've got two pools. We've got a main pool, really big, which everybody goes into, and then they have a heated pool, which, oh my god, it's so lovely. So it's warm, so they use it for like children and disabled swimming, and they also do aquafit in that pool. It's beautiful, really lovely and warm. But I think they said there's a problem with the floor, because it's one that they can move the floor up and down to get different levels. So aquafit hasn't been running all of this week and the end of last week, but I'm still going, and I'm going to just go for a swim and then a steam and sauna afterwards, and then I'm going to go and see my physio, see what he says to me. But before I go, I'm just having something to eat. So I find that I have to eat before I go, and do any activity. Otherwise, I just get really weak, and because I'm diabetic, I run the risk of having a hypo. So I've just done some eggs. Oh, sorry, that's me. Alexa, stop. So, that was Alexa. What happened was I lost my phone. I couldn't find my phone, so I asked Alexa to call it, and she does. She's really good. She called my phone. I found it, but I think it just went to voice. It went to voicemail when I was recording a message. So it's come up now. There we go. Oh, there we go. I'm all over the place today. So what I've done, I've just toasted half a slice of sourdough in the air fryer, and I've sort of scrambled an egg, sort of beat an egg, and just made it kind of like an omelette in the pan. I only have one egg these days. That's plenty for me. And I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to go aquafit, and then I've also made my tea. So I've got my Weight Watchers mug that I've had it for years, but when I was Weight Watchers coach, they got a bit of merch, and they gave us all these mugs, and I love this mug. I love my travel mug. So I've made my tea, and I take it with me to drink in the car, and then when I come from aquafit, I've still got some left that's warm. Not that I'm doing aquafit this morning, but go for my swim and steam and sauna, so I've got that to do. So yeah, so I'm gonna munch this, and then I'm gonna take you with me, and then I've got loads to tell you. Absolutely loads have happened, so I'll tell you all about it throughout the day. All right guys, I'll see you in a bit. I feel so good after that. Oh, I feel really, really good. So I've just left the gym, and I went for a swim, and although I like just going up and down the lanes for a swim, I get bored after a bit. That's the honest truth. I get bored just, swimming away. But I did a couple of laps. I did 2 laps, then took a break, and then did another 2 laps. I say it's a lap. It's kind of like 2/3, because half of it is a standing height. So yeah, did about 2/3. And then I sort of stood and sort of did some movements, some leg kicks and some curls and some back stretches. and it just reminded me that is why I absolutely love going to Aquafit and having a tutor to guide me on what to do. But the good news is Aquafit is going to be back on next week, around the 11th or 12th. So I need to book some sessions up, because they book really quickly. So after I had did a bit in the pool, then I went for a steam. Oh, I love going for a steam. I love it. And then I went for a sauna, and it was really quiet in the steam and sauna today, and it just goes to show how many people go to Aquafit, because normally, you know, it's the steam and sauna rooms are really busy after Aquafit, but it was really quiet today. So I had a lovely long steam and a sauna, and then showered off, and then just got dressed. My skin feels absolutely amazing, really soft. I'm warm internally, which is what I really like and really need. And now I'm off. So I was planning on going straight to my physiotherapist appointment. I know, probably for another ass kicking. But I'm really early, so I'm going to nip home. And then I've got some stuff to take back to Asda. I bought some pajamas, and they're just way too big, so I'm going to do that. And because I forgot my purse, didn't I forgot my purse at home, so I need to nip home, drop my swim stuff, get my purse, and then head out to my my physio appointment. So I'll let you know how I get on. In fact, you might want to come on the drive with me. Okay, come on then, guys. So I'm here at just outside my physio appointment. I've got about 10 minutes before my appointment, so I thought I'd just sit in the car, have a drink of my tea in my mug, and yeah, have a little chat with you. So gosh guys, so much has happened. So first of all, I start my new job on Monday. Oh goodness me, I'm so excited. So today's Friday, and it's my day off. Well, I say day off, time off, because I've got my hospital appointment, and then I've got the afternoon off because I'm picking my grandkids up from school. So yesterday was my last working day in my job, and I tell you, the relief, the absolute relief. And do you know what, sometimes we don't realise just how much things affect us until we release them. So when I got my job, it'll be 20 months ago, I was so excited for it, so excited to start it. It was a brand new chapter in my life. It was working for a brand new company and in a brand new role, and it would be using my coaching skills. So I was really excited for that. Got in there and I was really disappointed. The organisation of it, like how new starters were organised and treated, myself included, there was just no thought behind it. Then we had 7 weeks of training. It was super intense. And then after that, being released straight into the job, it was really intense, and I was really disappointed because I just thought, for the size of the company, I expected much better structure, and it wasn't. So I mulled along with it, and over the 20 months, it wasn't a hard job, but some of the customers I was dealing with made it quite challenging. Sorry, somebody's just pulled up right in the middle of the road to let their passenger out. I'm just like, goodness me. Yeah, taxi. Yeah, so the job was really, it was mixed, I'd say. Some people love the job and have been in the job for 20, 30, 40 years, and they love it. They love the challenges. And then other people come past their probationary period and then they've gone. So I sort of hacked it for 6 months. Sorry, I sort of stuck with it. So I sort of stuck with it for as long as I could. And the job itself could be really, really satisfying because you're helping people, you know, make good choices in their life. So it could be really satisfying, but it only took one person. And let me tell you, I got many of these customers who just was so nasty and so mean and so horrible and shouting, swearing. It was not nice. Yeah, so it only took one, and it just like disrupted the flow of everything. And because you're carrying all of that, I knew it was affecting me, and you know, it was coming through in my health, in my mood, in mentally, it was really affecting me in many ways. And I just knew I had to get out of the job. I just knew it. So when I got my new job, oh my days, I tell you, you can't even imagine the relief that I experienced knowing that I'm moving on to something else. It was just, I'd literally a weight lifted. And then yesterday, when in the office, I said goodbye to everybody, cleared my desk, and oh my days, just the relief coming off me was just literally felt like a ton had come off me. And I slept really well last night, woke up this morning, it was like light is at the end of the tunnel. And physically and mentally and emotionally, I feel so much better. And it just made me realise just how much the job and that situation was affecting me. So if you've ever been in a situation, it might be a job, it might be in a relationship, you know, in a situation, you know, that's making you unhappy, you know, you might even understand when I say that it's, you know, it affects everything about you, you know, your anxiety, you know, your mindset, you know, your mental health, your physical health, you know, your mood, how you interact with other people. I just didn't want to go out, and you know, I chose to work at home. I just didn't want to be dealing with the work, didn't want to deal with my customers, and therefore kind of isolated myself. I used to wake up in the mornings and get to work, and I'd look at my diary and I'd think, oh, and you know, this sense of dread used to overwhelm me, because I used to think, oh, I've got, you know, to deal with these customers today. And the sense of dread was so heavy, and I was like, I don't want to live like that. I want to wake up in the morning and look forward to my day. I want to be excited about my day. I want to be excited about what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to, you know, be filled with dread, you know, at the top of the day, and then that dread follows me through, and then I end the day just feeling absolutely drained. So yeah, really excited for Monday. Super, I can't wait. Really excited, and that's how I should feel. Every day I want to feel like I'm really excited to go to work. Yeah, because it's an important part of my life. It's a third of my life, and you know, it's my income, and my income is what allows me to you know, do the things I want to do. So yeah, so really excited that I've left, cleared my desk. I've got 2 bags of stuff from my desk and my drawer in my hallway that I've got to sort out today. Yeah, really excited. Anyway guys, I'm gonna finish here now, and I'm gonna go in for my appointment, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, see you in a while. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. I tell you, it's proper miserable out there. It is blowing a gale, it's wet, it's really cold, and it's really blustery. So I'm keeping myself nice and warm with a cuppa. I've got my blanket on my lap. I've got all my lights on next to the tree. So yeah, I'm ready to to catch up with you. So I went to see the physiotherapist, and he first asked me how my elbow was, and I'm thinking, my elbow, and I'm like, and then he said, yeah, your arm. And I was like, do you know what? Since I mentioned it to him the last time, and I've been going to Aquafit, I've not even thought about it. Not even thought about it. Because, you know, they went on to explain to him that I signed up, joined the gym, started going to Aquafit, absolutely love it, and it's making the world of difference to me in so many ways. Now, Aquafit hasn't been on this past week and half of last week, so about a week and a half, because they're doing some works in the pool. So Aquafit hasn't been running. However, this morning I did go just for a swim and a steam and sauna, because, you know, my mindset is, and this is the mindset that tripped me up last time, even if I can't get to Aquafit, I can still go and have a swim. I can still do that. Whereas last time what happened was, because I changed my working hours and I couldn't get to Aquafit, I stopped going altogether. A very all or nothing mindset. So this time I thought, no, I've got my membership, paying for my membership, and it ain't cheap. So I'm gonna squeeze the life out of it. So I'm just gonna go anyway. So I went this morning because, you know, I had this morning off, and then I went for my Aquafit, and then I had the afternoon off, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So anyway, I told him I've been going since our last session. Absolutely love it. It's all round. It's addressing all the problems in my shoulders, my arms, my hips, my knees, my feet, everything. It's 45 minutes of well, Friday is a lot of fun because we have 2 different tutors, and the tutor in the week she's kind of quite yeah, she's a lot more serious, and we're just like really working hard, which is great. But the tutor on Friday, it's a lot of fun with her. You're laughing, you're working in pairs, you're working in small groups. It's a lot of fun. But either way, it's really good. So I said to him that my mindset there has been changed. Or I'm working, because I'm a work in progress. I'm trying to get rid of the all or nothing mindset, and I'm just going anyway. And I feel well, like I said in the car earlier, I feel, you know, so much. And I said to him that I'm feeling so much better, you know, because I'm working out. One is sometimes it's a challenge to actually get up and go, but when I do go, really glad that I'm there, really enjoy it, because, you know, I'm really committed to this. And I'm working out in the pool, having fun, and it's a warm water pool, so absolutely perfect for me. Then I go and have a steam and jump in the sauna, and sometimes, you know, especially if I'm going to work afterwards, it's really, really quick. But like today, I was just able to just take my time, really, really enjoy that time in the steam and sauna. And then I have a shower, and then I get dressed, and then I leave. And then, you know, I feel really, really good. And I said to him, you know, what I've discovered is that, you know, whilst I feel well, I realise I still have aches. Like all week, my knee has been really bad. My knee's hurting. I just straightened my knee out now, and it really, really hurts. So the knee hurts, right? The hip hurts, right? Everything still hurts, but because I'm having fun and I'm working out, now I'm not just sitting. Now my mindset is changing. Now I'm thinking, let's look at the bigger picture. Yeah, you're going to have these aches and pains. You know, you're getting older, you've got health conditions. Yes, you know, things are changing, but I'm working on it in a fun environment with lots of support. So when the aches and pains come, I'm now not just focusing in on the pain like I used to. I used to just focusing on the pain, and then I used to think, well, you know, I'm not going out. I'll just stay at home because I'm in pain, and I'll sit on the sofa, you know, huddled up, keeping warm, which isn't necessarily a bad thing to do, but all the time it's not good to do. And because I wasn't getting out and going to aquafit and moving my body, it was just compounding my health. And you know, my joints were deteriorating. And then that caused me even more pain and more discomfort. And then because I was in so much pain, I thought, I don't want to go because it's going to make me worse. And then because I don't go, that affects my mood and, you know, my mental health and my emotional health. And it's just a vicious cycle. And I recognise that for myself. So yeah, it's that vicious cycle, and it's kind of like making sure that I work on that mindset to, you know, remove those self-imposed barriers that I put in for myself. And that's why I said in a couple of videos ago that I'm so committed. I'm so committed to going. And I don't know how it's going to work with my new job, which I start on Monday, so I'm going to have a chat with my manager about that, to see if I can just, I mean, we will have a flexi time system, so I might be able to work flex, and yeah, and just be able to go in the mornings, because I'm so, and the thing is, they don't do these aqua classes on the weekends, so it's just, you know, on a morning, on an evening, and I won't go out the house on the evening, not till the spring and summer. So yeah, but I'm committed. Even if I have to take annual leave for a couple of hours every week, I'm gonna make sure that I get there at least twice a week. And then on the weekend, I'm gonna go for my swims. So I've booked for tomorrow morning, which is Saturday, and also for Sunday. So yeah, just keep that routine going. So he was so pleased. He was so pleased. And I just said to him, do you know what? Thank you so much for really giving me that kick up the ass, because that's what I needed. And, you know, sometimes we need that. We don't, you know, it's easy for people to pander and pussyfoot around and give the softly. But sometimes I need that kick up the ass. And that's what I needed. And I just thanked him for him. I said, thank you so much. That's what I needed. And it's really spurred me into action. And, you know, I've really noticed the difference the past couple of weeks. So he was like, well, what do you want to do now? Do you want to continue seeing me, you know, every month or so? I said, you know what? I don't think I need to see you that often. So what he's done is just left it for 6 months. So he's not discharged me because, you know, I've got lots of issues going on. He said he is going to just put me on hold, basically. He did call it a word, but he's putting me on hold for 6 months. And then in that 6 months, up until June, if I do get worse or, you know, I fall over and bust my nut or something else and I need that more physio treatment, he said I can just self-refer in, okay, and then he can rebook my appointments and I can see him. But if everything's going all tickety-boo and if by June I haven't called, I don't need his services, then he'll just discharge me. And I was like, fair dues, I've got the best of both worlds, knowing that, you know, I've got that support and that service that if I need it. So the challenge for me now is just to keep working on the exercises that he's given me to strengthen my body and just to keep Aquafit going. And I said, you know, previously I went to Aquafit for years. I think about 3 or 4 years I was going every week until I changed my job. And then when I changed my job, it was just all or nothing. And I stopped going and I'm kicking myself. But the good thing is, I did tell him this and it made him laugh. But the very, very first time I ever went to Aquafit, the tutor got us all going, got us all moving. And I was like, so out of breath, so out of breath. And then she popped into the next room, which apparently now I know is the cupboard where they keep all the floats. And she nipped in there. And I was like, oh, where's she gone? And so I turned to a woman next to me and I was like, oh, is that it? Have we finished? She goes, no, darling, that was just the warm-up. I was like, oh, my days. Oh, I don't think I could go with this. That was just the warm-up. I was fit for nothing. And that's how unfit I was. So it took me about 6 or 8 sessions going, and I built it up slowly until I could stay for the whole class. That's how unfit I was back in the day when I was like 12 stone heavier. I was so unfit. Couldn't, you know, 10 minutes and I needed to lie down, seriously. Anyway, when I rejoined the other week, it's probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, my very first class, I was pretty impressed, I must say. I was impressed with myself that I was able to do the class all the way through. Didn't need to stop for oxygen, didn't need to take a break. I just powered through, worked through the whole class and thoroughly enjoyed it. And then when she started the cool down, I looked at the clock, I was like, hang on a minute, 45 minutes gone already. It feels like we've only been doing 10 minutes. And I spoke to her after and she was like, you did so well. She was like, it's like you never left. And I was like, yeah, you know. So I was really proud of myself at how far I'd come in that time. So yeah, guys, moral of the story is find something that you enjoy doing, whether it's in the gym, whether it's lifting weights, whether it's running, whether it's walking, whether it's gardening, whether it's swimming or, you know, badminton, whatever it is. Just, you know, find ways to move your body, but you've got to enjoy it. It has to be something that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to go. You're not going to keep it going. But the other thing is just build it up really steadily. When I started on my weight loss journey, I live in a grove and I was so unfit. I could just about get off the drive, down the steps, off the drive, and I walked to the end of the grove and I was so unfit. I struggled to the end of the grove. I felt like I'd run a marathon. That's how fit I was. And I got to the end of the grove and I turned around. I stopped, gasping for breath, felt like I needed an oxygen mask, and then turned back and went back home. And I've got a very steep drive and I've got steps, and I stood at the bottom and I was like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. That's how unfit I was. You know, I was 12 stone overweight. Well, I've lost 12 stone, so I've probably got another stone to go. So, yeah, altogether, about 13, 14 stone overweight. I was very overweight. And that's all I can manage. Yeah. And then I just started building it up, did that for a few days. Then, you know, a week or two later, stretched to, you know, the end of the grove and around the corner, halfway down the road, and then got all the way down the road. But, you know, it's just about inching your way through. So, yeah, you know, we get there in the end. So guys, so that's that. But I also wanted to give you a quick update about my diabetes, and I'm going to do another video about my diabetes and Manjaro. So guys, thank you so much for being with me today. On the very next video, I'm going to be wrapping. I've got my wrapping paper here. I've got all my presents and the gifts. So I'm going to create a video and show you what I'm wrapping, and you know what we're going to, you know, show an update. But also I'm going to talk to you about something very specific about Christmas. Yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be about religion, Christmas, and all of that. So stay tuned, guys. Hit that notification bell. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, hype up the video, and what is it? Can't remember. If you're not subscribed, let's start again. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, guys, hype up the video, drop a comment, give it a thumbs up. I know there's loads for you to do when you watch this video. I know, I do apologise. But guys, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Do you know what? I'm going to do another video about this actually. A bit of a review, because earlier in the year, I had a goal to reach 5,000. I was like, I'd love to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're not going to do it, not unless there's a, you know, a miracle blows in. But we're not going to do it. But you know what? I am really happy because we are just under 3,000. I know. And this time last year, or in January, I think we were in January, we were about 1,000. Just about 1,500. So we've done, yeah, we'll be almost doubled 1,500 roughly in a year. How good is that? How good? And that's why setting little goals is so important. You got something to reach for. So guys, next year we're going to hit that 5,000 even. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to sip my tea, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.